Did you know that having a messy relationship is actually a good thing? When my wife and I started dating, we made an agreement that has helped us weather the storms that come with relationships and marriage. We agreed that we are both flawed human beings, and while we can work on ourselves, we will never ever be perfect. So we agreed that if she has to live with my flaws, then I will live with hers. And because we are imperfect, it is inevitable that one of us will hurt the other at some point. We gave each other permission to be imperfect and let go of any ridiculous expectations we had of the other person. Has it worked? When people get married, it is invariably because of the things they can't live without. You know, I didn't think I could live without my iPhone until I got used to it and a new model was released. Just kidding, I don't have an iPhone. But it's true. Once you get used to the things you can't live without, you stop noticing them and become painfully aware of what you can't live with. People may get married for the things they can't live without, but they get divorced because of the things they can't live with. I'm being cynical, I know, but understanding this can actually help you. What if at the start of your relationship, or smack bang in the thick of it, you accepted that the things you can't live without are still there? They just become part of the scenery when you get used to them. You just have to look harder for them. The things you can't live with are inevitable. People are not perfect. But if you accept this as a normal part of a relationship and realize that as perfect as you think you are, you also have your hard to live with quirks, then you can stop trying to change the other person and get on with living. I think it is thanks to Hollywood that we go into relationships expecting happily ever after and friction-free relationships. Rom-coms are not real life, and I don't know if you have noticed, but the protagonist is always single again in the sequel. This idea that you can sort out all of the problems at the start of a relationship and then enjoy plain sailing is in itself a problem. The plain sailing is unrealistic and doesn't happen. Relationships will bring out the worst in us. Have you ever noticed that you have the biggest fight with someone who is closest to you? We are all victims of what is called a negativity bias. This means we are on the lookout for what can go wrong. Think about this for a second. If you have a good experience, how long does that feeling last? And if you have a bad one, how long does that feeling last? Yes, good feelings get processed quickly. Bad feelings last for ages. That's because bad things can seriously ruin your life. So you have to be on the lookout for them. And then you will find them everywhere. This is why you overlook so many positive things in a relationship and focus on what you think is bad. Before you know it, you are fighting over trivial things and not noticing any of the good things. This is not unusual, but you have to be aware of it and stop it before it ruins your relationship. You can't turn this negativity bias off. It will always be there. But be aware of it and choose not to let it dictate your behaviors. And even better, realize that it is also subconsciously driving your partner's behaviors as well. Next time you find yourself irritated or annoyed, remember the negativity bias and make a conscious effort to focus on the good things. Bad days are inevitable. Sleepless nights happen. Stuff goes wrong, but you can focus on the good things in your relationship. It's a little change that can make a big difference. So to answer the question, has it worked? Yes. That's it for today. If this content has helped you, inspired you, or given you something to think about, then why not like, share, and subscribe? And I will see you in the next one.